Alright, this time I'm going to do a double review of leg protection for sore practice. These are the leg guards that I bought first from Red Dragon, and I've since replaced them with these baseball leg guards. And I'll talk first about these. So when I was looking for leg protection for sparring, it seemed like a good idea to go with something that was specifically designed for HEMA. So these are apparently based on motocross guards and have been modified a little for HEMA practice. And they have this neat feature of the sliding knee pieces here. So that's what I really liked about them. You can see even at full flex, everything is covered and those pieces all slide together. So a good deal of protection there. And this is just hard plastic. It's got some padding underneath. I don't know exactly what material it is. Seems like some kind of nylon perhaps with foam inside. Then it's got these elastic straps here, and you can see there is a hole right here that they snap into. Putting them on is obviously quite simple. There is really not much to say about that. And the fit is depending on your height, of course, and your leg length. These are one size, so I don't know if they've come up with different sizes since then. They might have, but when I ordered them, there was just this one universal size, and for some people this may be a little short. They have to be, if it's one size, have to be a bit on the short side so that people with shorter legs can still wear them, and if you have longer legs you can also wear them. They just don't cover quite as much. They have removable padding on the inside, which is a good idea. It means you can wash them, but this has been a constant source of irritation for me, because you can see right now this is open, so some of these snap buttons here just keep coming off all the time. Not an extremely big deal, but it's just kind of annoying. But only a few of them. Most of them, like the bottom ones, hold up just fine. So that may just be this particular one, although the second one does that as well. So it always seems to be the ones up here. So this one in particular, and the other side too. In terms of durability, they seem pretty good. There are a few scuffs and scratches here and there, but nothing major. So they should hold up pretty decently long term. And as I said, the sliding joint here is of course nice. But my main problem with these is they keep sliding down all the time. If you have significantly shorter legs, then maybe it might not be an issue, but because they were not resting above my feet, I had to keep pulling them up constantly during sparring, which was, as you can imagine, frustrating. Most of the students and instructors at Blood and Iron have this type of leg guard, and I noticed they never seem to have any problem with them slipping off or being inconvenient in any way. So I figured, okay, it's worth a try. And yeah, good choice. So this is a really good design. They are intended for baseball, but they suit our purposes really well for several reasons. For one, they are longer, so they cover a lot more of the leg. They go down all the way to the foot, the top of the foot. So in this case, you will have to pick the right size. So that's one of the few cases where I actually went to a local store to buy something, because normally local stores are more expensive. This one here costs 90 Canadian dollars. I found that they're actually available for 40 US dollars at Amazon, which at the current rate would probably be something like 50 or 55 Canadian, I think. And more like 55 probably. So in this case it made sense, because being able to actually try on a variety of them and figure out what fits best for you really makes a difference. So these also have this piece here, which covers a bit of the thigh above the knee, and they don't have these, interlocking sliding pieces, but I find it's not really an issue. Like, yes, technically, if you bend them fully, there is an opening here. You can hopefully see that the padding is right there, and on the inside also, even if a thrust came in here, which is really the only thing that could pose a risk, because this is not going to do anything. Even if a thrust came in here, this would still be potentially stopped by the padding inside. I mean, right here, you can see it's not coming out of that side. So it's actually just going in, getting stuck there, and then it's pushing against the other pieces. So this would still not be a problem. On the inside, the padding here seems to be gel rather than foam, and it's quite comfortable. It's a really good fit in general. And what I also really like about these is they have the ankle protection here. So these foam pads here rest on the ankles, and then there is this piece as well for the top of the foot. So there's just more protection in general, except that they don't reach quite as far to the sides, I've noticed. The plastic on these ends here, whereas on the Red Dragon ones, it covers a little more on the sides. So this is, by the way, also something that I find a little odd, considering that these are designed for HEMA. I would like to see coverage for the back of the leg as well, like you have on some historical greaves. I mean, hits to the back of the leg aren't necessarily very common, but I have seen them happen on several occasions, and it's not that dangerous because you don't have the knee or the shin there. It's really just muscle and tendons. But if you're unlucky, you can still get a tendon injury potentially. So it would be nice to have something on the back. But so far, I haven't seen any leg guards that are closed on the back. So that's just how it is. And this also has the elastic straps. It has one more, in fact. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. And the way these are attached is with the hooks here in the D-rings right there. And this is really secure. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, these are made by Rawlings. This is the TTNLGI model, so that I don't just refer to them as generic baseball guards. There are quite a few of them. These are also very easy to put on and take off. Takes maybe slightly longer because there's an additional strap compared to the Red Dragon ones, but either way, no big deal. And flexibility is really good. In fact, they don't hinder my movements at all. Neither do the Red Dragon for that matter. And comfort is very good. Protective value, no doubt about it. They work. You can take really hard hits with either synthetic or steel swords during sparring and no problem. Doesn't matter. They don't get damaged. You don't get damaged, which is more important. And yeah, so for me personally, this has been quite a major improvement. Your mileage may vary, of course, but for me, these ones are both more practical and more comfortable, and they don't slide around all the time. So that is quite a big deal. The Red Dragon ones are not bad, don't get me wrong. They just have a few issues, and these don't. So that's why these have become my go-to leg guards, and I would certainly recommend them. As said, a lot of people at Blood and Iron have them, and they work just fine for them. So yeah, even though they are designed for baseball, they work perfectly fine for HEMA. So I hope you found this review helpful, and thanks for watching. And of course, as always, I'll leave the links down below in the video description. You should know by now to click the show more button, so I don't really have to say that, but just in case. Anyway, I will awkwardly remove myself now. Damn it, there's a chair in the way.